After years of looking for riches on Oak Island, the Lagena brothers Rick and Marty have finally made a breakthrough discovery. The discovery of riches buried deep beneath Smith's Cove has thrilled the group of people who have devoted their lives to cracking this mystery. As they rejoice, a deeper secret that could alter everything is revealed when they discover a ladder made of ancient wood that extends into a flooded tunnel. This discovery is not just a tiny glimmer, but evidence that something precious has been buried there for a long time. The next discovery was even more terrifying because the ladder leading into the tunnel pointed to something more carefully hidden long before they arrived. Long before they arrived, the island had swallowed their secrets, leaving only traces behind. A silent witness to the past, an artifact from another time, sends chills down their spines as they wonder who placed it there and how long it had been hidden away. Despite the weight of knowledge, the brothers continue to move on, daring to explore what lies beyond the next discovery. Legends of the island mentioned a curse that had claimed lives before, with some whispering that another soul would need to be lost before the riches could truly be unearthed. Deep beneath the surface of the island, they drilled into a place known as the Blob that appeared to hold the secret to everything. These findings as a warning. Stories about unexpected discoveries should be viewed with skepticism, since a variety of factors can influence their authenticity and dependability. It is conceivable to discover anything genuinely remarkable, but because of practical jokes, miscommunications, or fabrications in conclusions, it could be challenging to ascertain the reality behind these stories. Many people are attracted by the prospect of learning the Templars' secret and perplexed by Oak Island's rich history and odd happenings. Numerous investigations and discoveries have been made at the Money Pit Island, a place renowned for its enigmatic treasures. The island's past is replete with stories of bold deeds, cunning schemes, and the pursuit of riches. More recently, the Lagena brothers found a keyhole in the form of a complex floral design, which suggests that it could be one of Captain James Anderson's 3 missing treasure chests. This discovery has further stoked our interest in the island's legendary hidden wealth. In the late 1800s, the Oak Island Treasure Company found what looked to be cement about 153 feet below the surface. But they also found more startling discoveries, such as a piece of parchment that may alter our understanding of literary history. Some people think that William Shakespeare may have left the parchment there in the 16th century, and Francis Bacon, an explorer and scientist, is thought to be the true author of Shakespeare's works. The discovery of coins, buttons, and a fragment of a revolver on Lot 24 sparked people's interest in Samuel Ball, who was born into slavery in South Carolina but served the British during the American Revolution. The significance of these artifacts is unknown, but they may provide insight into Ball's activities while on the island, which is known for its mysteries. It's also possible that there are still more secrets waiting to be revealed. While excavating, the Oak Island granite stone was accidentally found. The money pit is covered in strange markings that no one has been able to decipher. Many people still believe that these symbols could be the key to uncovering the famed treasure and give directions as to where it is hidden. However, the authenticity of the granite stone or the significance of its inscriptions remains uncertain. Despite the absence of irrefutable evidence, the prospect of unlocking the mysteries of such an ancient artifact continues to pique the interest of explorers and historians. The brothers Rick and Marty Lagena are conducting a massive excavation in the fabled Money Pit area, hoping to uncover answers to the 230-year-old treasure mystery the team is working on a 70-diameter steel shaft called True Believer 1, which has reached a depth of nearly 100 feet. The shaft is believed to be located within the original money pit due to recent groundwater tests revealing high traces of precious metals below the 100 teal level. The team has also retrieved remnants of a mysterious wooden tunnel which resembles the vault, a previous core drilling operation. This year, the team is working on a treasure hunt in the TB1 area, which is thought to be the location of the original money pit. They are currently at 117 with their dig and are pursuing the treasure. They have recovered possible evidence of the fabled chapel vault, a 7-high container that was first reported by treasure hunters Frederick Blair and William Chappell back in 1897. As the shaft advances deeper toward the possible tunnel, an 18.5-ton tool called a hammer grab is being used to bring the spoils and possibly man-made workings to the surface. Vault below. At 150 feet, a dangerous situation is unfolding in the money pit area when Steelquan strikes an enigmatic barrier. The team is desperate to locate the wealth, and as they approach the vault, the ground around and beneath TB1 abruptly begins to disintegrate, causing the caisson to fall. The team is not sure if they will be able to move the con forward, but they are not giving up. They intend to backfill the area and check the calving every few feet to assure safety. This is a serious worry since it implies that something is down the hole consuming the material. The team may be near answers and a legendary treasure putting them in jeopardy. Vault. The question yet stands. Can Rick, Marty, Craig, and his group solve a riddle that has persisted for more than 200 years? Or will Oak Island prevail and hold on to its secrets? Theories surrounding the discovery of a treasure in Oak Island. It is believed that the Aztec Empire discovered pager clay worth more than gold in the sediment of the Mesoamericans around 800, and the shore shaft was the first shaft put down to establish a mine, and the Aztecs knew they could mine there. It suggests that the Aztec treasure is not located here, but rather a couple hundred yards away. The story begins with McGinnis and his friends digging at the Money Pit, where they discovered a platform of flat stone stones related to the Royal Arch of Enoch. This platform is believed to be a copy of Solomon's Temple and the Chambers of Enoch. Some Masonic legends indicate that the Ark of the Covenant eventually made its way into the temple. Additionally, the Rosal family's connections to the Dookie Anvil, as well as the possibility of construction or a visit to the Money Pit, are discussed. Because of his friendship with Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, Louis Alexander Rick Holdson of the Duke Anvil is an intriguing character. There is a possibility that Louis Alexander Roe, in his friendship with Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, may have told them about Oak Island or any secrets that were hidden there. If they had known about Oak Island, they might have been able to use a portion of the treasure from Oak Island as a means of financing the war and helping to establish the new country. Xena is assisting a woman in New York who has been conducting study on the Templars for the past 7 or 8 years. She possesses a number of documents that are of interest, including a map of Oak Island and a map of Nova Scotia. A strong emphasis is placed throughout the work on the significance of making connections and gaining an understanding of the possible connection between the Aztec Revolution and the American Revolution. There was a finding of a cipher in a manuscript that was dated between 1178 and 1180. The document discusses the temple voyage to the northern portion of America and the arrival of the temples on an island called Oak. The cipher appears to employ the same symbols as the 90-foot stone cipher, which was concealed in a book. Some of the words that are included in the cipher are gray, as the text indicates. Joab was a general in King David's army who spent time in northern Africa. Ur Goldcephala was the location of the first Portuguese fort and factory, which was built on the east coast of Africa in the year 1505. In addition to the fact that the map of Oak Island contains French phrases that designate locations like basin and marsh, it also shows that someone arrived on the island in the year 1347. The map also shows the swamp on the NL, which is located inside the island. The dam and the oak tree enter the island at this point, which is a pointer to the Money Pit. It is mentioned that there are 2 or 3 unknown things. A valve and a hatch are anchors. There is no expectation that Xena's research would result in answers. However, her notion is entirely original and is supported by documentation. Travis Taylor is present to discuss the findings of the cipher and the analysis of the chart. He explains that uranium was discovered close to the island, and when it decays, it produces radon, which is a valuable metal. The text concludes by expressing gratitude for the assistance of Travis T. and the support of the research team. The concept is that if there is a void under the surface, for a period of time, uranium will cause it to fill with radon gas, particularly if there is no ventilation in it. Radon is soluble in most materials, and it is a valuable metal. The presentation by Travis Tyler offered a fresh viewpoint on the process of locating cavities using radon testing. Travis started reading more about Oak Island and came up with his own theory as to what may have happened. He found that almost everyone involved in investigating the island was Freemasons. One of the first things that jumped out at him was Hammurabi's Freemason drawing template, which had meanings based on astronomy. The hand of God holding a chalice, or the Holy Grail, was used as a symbol of as above. So below, the Freemasons would draw maps using stars as their guide, and the star on the upper right was actually 7 stars, which resembled the Pides. He started thinking that arco-astronomy might have something to do with the island. He overlaid the constellation on the island, creating a star map that led them to the point on Oak Island where the actual treasure is. They came to the conclusion that the stones they saw were markers that were placed there by humans a long time ago to correspond with a star map. In order to further investigate the possibility of finding cavities through radon testing, Travis and Gary will need to obtain corroborative information first. Based on their findings, they will then draw conclusions. Travis and Gary made the decision to show Travis around the island, and they discovered several interesting points on the island. One of the points had a large boulder near the lot line between 3 and 2, and another point had a stone feature with a flat side. Ceremonies and magical symbolism, while the McKim stone located close to the money pit generated questions about encounters prior to Columbus and the transfer of ancient knowledge. Since Oak Island's history is connected to far-off locations, the hunt for answers is made even more fascinating by the ongoing discoveries and theories surrounding the island's hidden treasures. After studying mechanical engineering and working as a postal worker, Rick Lagena, who was born in Kingsford, Michigan in 1952, became well known for his treasure hunts and his love of discovering hidden treasures and solving codes. As Rick's passion for Oak Island increased, he decided to invest in Oak Island Tours Inc. in 2006, which signaled a change from a steady career to one that was more daring. Go after an ambitious quest to uncover long-standing unresolved tales began when Rick and his brother Marty, who had achieved success in the energy sector, decided to invest in Oak Island Tours Inc. and acquire significant exploration rights to the island. They used their engineering expertise to design and conduct sophisticated searches on the island, incorporating modern technology like ground-penetrating radar and sonar to navigate the underground challenges. One of the most talked about treasure hunts in recent memory was the Oak Island Treasure Hunt, which was organized by Rick and Marty. The brothers made a financial investment in Oak Island Tours Inc., acquiring a 50% part in the business, signifying their personal dedication to their mutual love of learning about the past. The curse of Oak Island's financial foundation depends on a number of revenue sources, including the History Channel's well-liked series, which generates revenue for the network with each season it broadcasts, covers production costs, and broadens its audience by selling the show's broadcasting rights to other networks and platforms. The popular television program, The Curse of Oak Island, centers on the hunt for hidden treasures on an island. A significant portion of the show's budget goes toward purchasing and maintaining cutting-edge machinery and technology that need to be handled and maintained by professionals. The program uses a wide range of experts, such as production staff, biologists, conservation specialists, treasure hunters, and historians. A sizable amount of the money goes toward paying these experts' salaries and fees. Post-production expenses include sound design, special effects, editing, and incorporating historical documents and expert interviews to enhance the narrative. Rick Lagena, the protagonist of the show, is worth about $10 million, which is less than his brother Marty Lagena's $100 million estimated net worth. Marty's fortune stems from profitable energy-related ventures, like Terra Energy, which in the 1990s invented the process of extracting natural gas from shale. Rick decided to pursue a career in book publishing and related products because of his love of historical exploration and adventure. The thrilling idea of unearthing ancient treasures has attracted people all across the world. The program, which is based on old legends, incorporates historical narratives into every episode, enhancing the treasure search while providing a good dose of knowledge on many historical subjects. Through online platforms and forums, the show encourages an adventurous spirit and the conviction that one should always pursue their aspirations despite any obstacles. Every new episode generates a lot of buzz and lively conversations and arguments over the effects of the Oak Island Curse. The popular television program, The Curse of Oak Island, has turned the Nova Scotia region into a popular tourist destination that draws tourists from all over the world. The show has also enhanced historical research on Oak Island with in-depth excavations and explorations that have produced a wealth of artifact and environmental data findings. These findings are frequently shared with archaeologists and historical experts, resulting in collaborative projects that aid in reconstructing Oak Island's past and its historical context. Additionally, the program has sparked scholarly interest in the island's legends and maritime treasure tales. The team behind the show is collaborating with academic institutions and researchers to investigate historical leads and theories. Despite the difficulties, the crew of treasure hunters has had some success discovering items that provide insight into the island's history and persons who may have visited it years ago. One of Hunter's setbacks has been the island's flood tunnels, equipment failures, and inclement weather. Despite these difficulties, fans have also been alarmed by health scares and disturbing rumors. The chance to unearth a lost fragment of history justifies the material and emotional expenses. Local companies like hospitality, retail, and other industries that profit from the flood of guests and crew members now have a lot of job prospects thanks to the event.
Rick Lagena's treasure hunting endeavors have contributed to his wealth from Oak Island.